coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio and also AMFM247.com. Tune in, iTunes, and of course live on Skype today. We have a fantastic guest, and we will get to him here in just a few moments. As you know, we have got our website updated over there at JiggyJaguar.com. You can also find us on TuneIn as well. And we have a great guest joining us today here on the broadcast. And I got an email the other day from this gentleman, and I love the title of it, of the email subject. It says "New Heat." Empty kisses, and I'm like, okay, I get emails like this all the time, and I was looking this over, and wow, you've got a professional presentation. You know what the heck you're doing. And we go to Skype video, and Maverik joins us. How are you, sir?
I'm great. It's good to see you, man.
So talk to me a little bit about what you've been doing, because you are a fantastic musical artist. Tell me why you're out here doing the damn thing, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm from Boston. If you can't tell by the hat, and it's funny because it's been years, since Boston's had like proper presentation or representation, on the rap front. So, I've been doing radio for a while, and now I'm kind of stepping out like as an artist, and yeah, it's pretty dope. I've been able to tap in, especially with the whole pandemic that we're going through right now, and really get to the creative side of things. And yeah, some really dope, really heartfelt stuff is coming out. Now that I'm in my creative bag, as it were. And yeah, Empty Kisses is just one of the records that came out of it, and it's it's heartfelt. It's like. I think I sound pretty good. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, you're getting a lot of great feedback from this. Talk to me a little bit about the production process and putting this together and getting this out there.
Right. So actually, it's funny. Somebody that I grew up with, like we literally grew up with, this guy Marley Waters. He produced it. Like we were like kids, like 11.
That's awesome.
11 years old, like in That's church awesome. Together. But yeah, he produced the track. He's big time. He's produced for Tinashe. He produced the track, and he sent me a bunch of beats, and that was the one that really like resonated with me. I was like, man, I could tell a hell of a story on this. And yeah, that's what Empty Kisses ended up being, and I'm so glad it was him that got to produce the track, because it's more meaningful for me rather than somebody that I didn't know just coming up with something. This is like this is homegrown right here.
Well, and see, this is the thing. Like I was telling you before we go on the broadcast here, I talk to hip-hop artists, rap artists all the time, and there are so many of them that will come through, and I'll be like, hey, who produced this? Who put this together? This sounds like it took a lot of time. And they're like, oh, I bought this off the internet, dog. Yeah. And they don't have a so I'm glad this has a story.
Yeah. No, it's I'm glad it happened this way.
Now, when you got started, well, I guess we'll start there. How did you get started doing the music thing? Tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, man, I've always from the womb. My parents said I was at 2 years old I would be dancing in front of the speakers. So I always just kind of had it in me, and I was always kind of inclined to music. I was always in the choirs and stuff like that growing up, but I think when I went to college, that was kind of the kind of launch pad. I went to BC, and I had a band there, and we were kind of, we were really good. So, we got to, go on tour. We did all the local schools, like the BUs, Northeasterns, and stuff like that. And that was kind of,
awesome.
Me coming into my own, like, as an artist. And then everybody graduated and went their separate ways. And I was like, man, let's stick this thing out. I really, I was the last man standing. So here I am.
So with being online and doing all the various social networks, what's been the response on social media? Because obviously you've probably put this out there to the folks before you started sending out emails and getting on radio programs.
Right. It's been phenomenal. I mean, there's nothing better, honestly, than a song that you sat down and on your bedroom floor and wrote, and other people are like posting the lyrics in their Instagram posts and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's phenomenal. I'm hoping that I get to perform it live, because that's where I really shine, is in live performances. So I can't wait to get in front of a bunch of people and perform it at some point. So that's as soon as the world gets back to being itself.
Yes.
We'll
Yes.
have some lined up too.
So you're on SoundCloud. You're on some of these other platforms. Are you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? How do people find you? How do we how do we send people to stalk you, as Jay Birdwells would say?
It's Money Mav on everything. MONEYMAV. No spaces, no underscores, none of that. It's just Money Mav.
Wow, how the hell did you pull that off? Because that I think we've got John Mosier joining us as well at some point here. There's Johnny, and he's a little late to the party, Maverik, but he's here.
So somebody hadn't told me 3:30, I would have been ready.
So Maverik, how the hell did you pull off getting your social media to where you're not doing underscores and 01s and all this horse shit?
You know what? The name is Maverik, but somebody, and I'm sure Maverik is probably been taken. Somebody started calling me Money Mav. I don't even know who it is. There's a few people who took the credit for it. A couple of DJ friends of mine. I'm like, I've been calling you Money Mav, whatever. But yeah, as soon as everybody started calling me that as a nickname, I went and got it, and it just worked out.
Fantastic. We have got a great guest with us today. He has a track out there called Empty Kisses. And Money Mav checking in with us today here on our world-famous KJAG radio broadcast. This is the latest single. It is from a super, super talented individual. And John joins us today also, Mr. J.M. Steele. He's not wearing his security wrestling mask today, which I was hoping was going to be a staple. Every time he came on every time he comes on Skype, he's got his security mask on, because as you all know, and Mav, you know this, we've all got to stay 6 inches away from each other. So we need somebody like John who's going to make sure that there's security.
Oh, you're so funny. Remember, I know where you live.
Well, that too. So Mav, starting out in Boston, tell me a little bit about the hip hop scene there and everything.
Yeah, I mean, Boston is its own entity. It's very competitive, but it's like I feel like everybody's trying to compete for a spot that doesn't necessarily exist yet. There's like the battle for rap supremacy, but we have to have our own sound first, which is what I've been trying to cultivate. Is like, let's not try and sound like Atlanta. Let's not try and sound like New York. Let's create our own sound, because Boston is so rich, and it's such a historical city and very sports centric. As you can tell, we're very we're just used to winning, and I think we take that to another level when it comes to rhyming and singing and stuff like that. There's so much talent in Boston, and I'm fortunate to be, among those who get to carry the mantle of Boston creators.
That's awesome. So you're a recording artist, you're a DJ, you're also a designer. Tell me a little bit about your design work.
Man, so it's as it turns out, I've been performing for years now, and at every show, I'd have like some merchandise or whatever, these T-shirts, and they would always sell out. So I was like, you know what, I got to do better.
You're doing your own merch, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Like
you've got a future as a pro wrestler, my friend.
Who knows? You know what I mean? But yeah, I had to give the people more, and so yeah, I came up with Mav Life Clothing. And
wow.
it's available now on my website, which is moneymav.com. And you know what? It's been great, like to feed into that, tap into that part of my creativity, because I've always been an artist, but you don't always get to draw and sketch things out. You don't always get to pick fabrics and stuff like that. And yeah, that's kind of just me doing what I do. Like, an artist will always be an artist. That's what I tell anybody who's trying to be with an artist. Like, in any type of relationship, an artist is always going to be an artist. So you got to, appreciate, when they go deep into their creative zones, and yeah, just know that. Just know that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're also a voice talent and an actor.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm an actor as well. I've been in a few commercials. But yeah, man, it's just, as I'm not one to turn down opportunities, and I've always, thought that it's important to get yourself out there and see as many different creative avenues as you can go down. I feel like anybody who can create should be creating. Anybody who's an artist should be an artist. The world needs more of that. Less politics.
So John, we've got a guy who, he's not just a rapper. He's doing everything.
Well, he's smart. He's cutting out the middleman on a lot of stuff. That's intelligent. I mean, instead of getting somebody else to make a design for him, he's smart enough and talented enough to do it himself. So why pay somebody? He also knows how to merch it. So it's like, it's funny. It's like, I tie everything into pro wrestling because that's what I know best to a point. Yeah. But like Taz from the old ECW, he did a lot of his own designs for his own merchandise.
Yep.
He'd come up with something, draw it up, and have somebody print it and be like, okay, here, we'll sell it. Yeah. It's intelligent.
That's true. I mean, you mentioned Taz. I remember that from wrestling. Oh my God, that was a fun era of wrestling, by the way.
Yes. ECW, baby. Nothing will. I don't think the guy with the hands in his pockets flying around with the jean jacket or any of this other crap that's going on right now, that's not going to top the human suplex machine. Right. That guy can suplex anybody from anywhere, anytime.
That's great.
So you're a wrestling fan. What tell us about some of
Major.
your major. Well, that's good. You're on the right show, baby. You're on the right show.
If we want to go back, I remember Saturday mornings, Superstars, WWF, that's how deep it goes with wrestling. But I would say the pinnacle of my wrestling watching was probably, with The Rock, Stone Cold era. That was when, it was just like, oh my God, that was when everybody was like legit, and like every match seemed to mean something, and yeah.
What it wasn't. Everybody had a storyline.
Yeah,
it didn't matter from top to bottom.
Right, and there was some great orators. Like The Rock could talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to look forward to probably his speeches more so than the actual match. That was, man, that was fun. You learn a thing or two because these guys are just talking the talk, and it was, as an MC, some of that braggadocio and some of that, kind of machismo, hashtag Razor Ramon, kind of rubs off on you, and you're like, you know what? I am the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't believe it before, you believe it now. Yep.
That's fantastic. So with this whole thing, Money Mav, by the way, on all the platforms, which,
sir,
son of a bitch, brother, I don't know how the hell you pulled this off, but congratulations to you.
Hey, thanks, man. And, the journey's just getting started. I work every day at this. And that's some advice that I would give to anybody who's aspiring to be in the music industry. It's like, even if it's a baby step, do something every single day.
That's fantastic. That is awesome. So, you have a music video up online. Tell us a little bit about this music video. We're going to play some of this for folks that are watching us on TV here and on social media. Pharrell, this is a hell of a music video, my friend.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about it, because this looks professionally done. You look like you spent some time on this.
And some money. Yeah.
And some money.
No, but yeah, definitely. Pharrell is definitely a cultural icon. He's not just a hero of mine; he's a hero to a lot of people. But I figured, I'd write a song about him, because that's how deep I go with it. He definitely just paved the way, I think, for kids who couldn't necessarily relate to the drug dealer. That seems to be an ongoing theme in rap.
Yes.
And I was just like, I never sold a day of drugs in my life, but I know music, you know what I'm saying? And that's definitely not the only story worthy of being told. But yeah, Pharrell was just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like a skateboarder. Like, he wasn't into like the tough guy thing. And I was just like, you know what? This is my guy right here. And like, musically super talented. Just, everything he did seemed to just touch. Everything he touched seemed to turn.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of like how that's how I feel at times. It's just like, man, the chorus is just like, everything I do it well. God bless me, I'm feeling like Pharrell.
That's awesome.
Simple as that.
That's awesome. So, tell me about some of the places that you guys shot this video at, because it looks like you went all over. I'm assuming the Boston area.
Yeah. I mean, there's some phenomenal, sites, right in the heart of Boston. We definitely took it underneath the Zakim Bridge. That's pretty iconic as far as Boston goes. You got the Garden right there. I think to the left of it, yeah. And then we hit up a skate park, which is also like right underneath there, and that kind of has the Pharrell feel to it, with the skateboarding and stuff. We had some bikers in there. They didn't even know they were going to be part of the video, but they were doing tricks and stuff. We were like, yeah, throw them in there.
And I also noticed you got your hands on a flamethrower. I think that's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, you know what? That was the most clutch purchase of my entire music video career.
That's fantastic.
I got it like specifically with this video in mind, and since we're going through a zombie apocalypse now, it's it's right on par. So no, but yeah, I found it and I was like, nobody's doing that. Like, you see the girls on the hood of the car, you see the whatever.
Oh yeah.
But nobody's doing.
Nobody's got a flamethrower. Well, you're kind of like The Rock at a WrestleMania a couple years ago. He had a flamethrower. So
there you go.
You're channeling your inner Dwayne.
And to be in the same sentence as The Rock, I mean, what more could you ask for?
There you go. So of course, and John knows what my next question is going to be. Where did you find the perv magnets? Where did you find the hot women for this video?
You know what? It doesn't hurt to be, in the like music scene. Like, there's being like doing what I do, like as a DJ. You just come in contact with a lot of aesthetically pleasing women, and
that's awesome.
They're not. And the funny thing is, I only work with cool ones, because you could be as beautiful as you want to be. If that attitude is not going to be conducive to us getting every shot that we need for this music video, can't deal with it. Cannot do it, So I start with, getting to know people on a personal level and being like, you know what? She is really cool. She ain't ugly, so let's throw her in there.
She doesn't have any felony convictions. Oh, that's cool.
Right. Oh, yeah, you got to do a little bit of research,
That's right. Well, see, I wondered if they were just because you said you spent a lot of money on the video. I'm like, oh God, did you hire models? And then you're like, no, I just spent money on the camera crew.
In real life, those are my friends. I
That's
kid you
awesome.
not. A lot of them are just my friends. If you like that video, you need to definitely check out the Whoa video. That might blow your mind. If you look at Maverik Whoa, that's exactly what you're gonna say. You're gonna be like, whoa.
We have got a great guest with us today. You've got a lot of music videos up on your YouTube channel. You have now is it the same people? Are you working with the same video people and all this for the video, for the production of the videos, or
it evolves from year to year. I feel like I have a pretty tight circle, so there's some familiar faces that you'll always see. Like my little brother, he will always be in my music videos, no matter what. Alex Finder.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I call him my little brother. He's huge. He's 6'4" and jacked. So yeah, you'll see him in all my videos. But other than that, it's kind of like I try and make use of all the creatives that I find in the city of Boston, and some of them that are like super talented. We probably worked on a few videos, but I try and like revolve it because there's so many different people are good at different things. Like my friend Jay Hunt, like he's incredible at making girls look great. So I had him shoot one of the videos. My friend Dre, he's great at like the scenic stuff. So that's who I shot the Pharrell video with. My friend Martin Cruz, he's another guy that's like great with like the drone work. So we got him for a music video.
That's awesome. You got a drone guy.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a fucking drone guy. That's
always have a
everybody needs a drone guy.
Right.
So you perked me and John's interest with this Maverik Whoa music video. So we are playing this for our social media and television viewers right now.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah.
From the minute it starts.
Yeah.
So where did you shoot this? What this looks like it's not shot in Boston.
Here's the thing. It was shot in Quincy. The part with all the girls in it was Quincy, freaking Massachusetts. I kid you not. We did shoot some of it in LA. Here's the thing. I had to go out to LA to shoot some of it because the girl who's featured on the song, Samantha J, that's where she's based out of. And if we were going to fly her in here and fly her back out, that would have been a shit ton of money. And plus, I like California. So we went out there so she could shoot her scene. We brought a couple of, dancers out there to get her scene right. And the only thing that I had to actually get, I had to get the guy shooting the video. I had to make sure he was cool with flying out there with me.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you and a guy shooting the video flew out there with a couple perf magnets, and you hung out with Samantha and you got her part filmed.
Exactly.
Did you do hers?
And then we came back home and we shot the rest of it with all the hot girls that you see on the beach.
That was my next question. I didn't know if you shot hers after you shot everything else or if you shot her stuff, but that's awesome.
Yeah. We shot Samantha's stuff first because like she was like signed to a label and stuff like that, so there was a lot of red tape, a lot of clearance. So we just wanted to make sure we got that out of the way first, and then we bring it back home and do something epic in our hometown.
This is great. You've got all sorts of shots here. How long did this take to put together?
Wow. It was only literally 3 days of shooting, but the logistics and everything behind that was probably weeks.
Wow.
As long as it all came together and you like it, that's all that matters.
There you go. And you guys spent it looks like maybe you did some night shooting here and there, and some stuff during the day. Probably what, a week or two, maybe not even that, to get everything filmed.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, like I said, it was like a solid 3 days of shooting, but it was like, sun up till sundown shooting.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
See, me and John talked to local rappers who we can't even get into a damn car and drive across the street.
Yeah.
You're flying to California.
Your circle, man. You gotta change your circle.
It's different. Most of them don't have any talent until their girlfriend gets their tax returns.
Yes.
Like all of a sudden I'm a rapper again. She got her tax return. Yeah.
Back in the game, baby.
Oh, shoot.
We have got Maverik with us today. Of course, you can find him on all the social media at Money Mav. And what you're seeing on your screen on the TV side and social media is the video "Whoa," featuring Samantha J. So how did you get hooked up with Samantha J?
Man, so I'm also a DJ, and I've known her like tour DJ, my boy Pup Dog, for years, and we've been on radio together for years. We've done numerous parties together. So when he had her as an artist, I was like, I'm actually Jamaican. So, I felt like having another Jamaican artist on the track would really kind of solidify it. And, she's super sexy, super, just talented. Like, she opens her mouth to sing and it's like an angel. I was like, I got to get her on a song. I got to. It was no question. So we just put it all together and, woe is what you get out of that.
That's fantastic. Well, this has definitely been a treat. You are very entertaining, sir.
Well, thanks, man.
And John, he's accomplished some shit in his life.
Oh, I'm impressed. I mean, half the rappers you get on there, I'm kind of like, okay, right, yeah, go ahead, go hit your regular job at the Sonic, and stuff. So. I'm watching his Whoa video right now. I'm just watching it, and yeah, dude, that's like major perv magnets all through there.
Nice. You're gonna love Issues as well. That's another great song. I'm singing on that, which is different than the rapping that I'm usually doing. But as far as Issues is concerned, that's it's kind of a psychological song because we all have issues, but the eye candy in that one, prime time. And yeah, it's very good. So I highly recommend you checking that one out as well.
Oh, I'm just watching it on your website.
Oh, well, there you go.
You've got all sorts of things going on. So, what with this Issues video? Is it the same film crew and everything again, or did you go get a different film crew? What were the ideas behind this?
That was different. So Whoa was shot by Martin Cruz, and Issues was shot by Jay Hunt. Jay Hunt, like if you ask around Boston who the best videographer is, people 9 out of 10 times people are gonna say Jay Hunt because he works, he just does what he has to do. Like he works with all the baddies and all the good looking girls. They know Jay Hunt because he's about his business. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. You don't want the videographer who's gonna be there trying to get girls' numbers. Like he just gets to the point. Like he's shooting, he's focused the whole time. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I actually had a videographer at one time, and he's still with us, but I understand. Chris Ortiz, and okay. You hit that on the head. He's at the he's at the shoot trying to get girls' numbers.
Right. It's like, yo,
I hate as John knows, I hate to throw Chris Ortiz under the bus.
What? No, Jiggy, throw somebody under the bus. No, come on.
So with Issues, what did you guys and with all your videos, do you storyboard these things? How do you organize the videos before you guys go out and shoot them?
I'm very visual. So I can come up with a song and then because another thing of mine, I hate when you hear a song and the music video doesn't necessarily match up to what you're hearing. So I'm a very visual person. I try and make everything that I'm saying come to life. And so, I mean, I don't necessarily, draw anything out. I just explain in detail to the videographer, what I want it to look like. And, I'll one thing that I do have, like I may not be rich yet, but one thing that I do have is a bunch of like resources and like, people who say they will come through and they actually do come through for me. So yeah, that's always worked to my benefit, is just having, a bunch of people who are down for the cause and actually believe in me,
Look at that. You got a support system. That's awesome, brother.
Yeah.
So John, you've got any questions here after watching some of these videos? And
well, it gives you the inspiration. It's like, I like this one. I'm looking at the video for Issues now, and it's got the big table with everybody. It looks like it's a nice dinner kind of a thing, and everything. And I'm just kind of like, what gives you the inspiration for the idea for it there, for the shoots and stuff?
Well, if you listen to the song Issues, they keep throwing shade. The first line of the song is like, they keep throwing shade instead of love, focused on nothing. Maybe they got issues. It's like, I feel like we all have our own, issues that we're dealing with. But like with this song, I really wanted to kind of strike a chord with everybody, because you can kind of feel it when you hear this song in particular. Like for me at least, I was like, man, I feel like we wanted to have everybody like be putting on a facade like everything is okay. So you'll notice everybody except me at the table is dressed in white, right? And so they're dealing with their issues, but that's all surface level. And then as soon as the beat drops and shit hits the fan, like the outfits change, they go to black, and my outfit changes to white, and it's like everything just, like, all the pretenses are done. Like, you know what I'm saying? At that point,
awesome.
You'll see the food fight breaks out. It's like, this is who you've really been, but it's you can't pretend anymore. It's like the cat's out the bag. All right, the jig is up. Like, we see you for who you really are.
Okay, one question. Being such a Boston guy, did you get a bunch of crap wearing an LA Kings shirt instead of the Bruins?
I did. And it's fine. I'll take that heat. But that jersey is fire. So I'll let you know. I was not trying not to rock that, because it's kind of vintage LA Kings too. It's not even the new logo. I was like, oh yeah, man, let it ride out. Whatever, it's fine.
Nobody from the Bruins contacted you and said, "What the heck? Come on, man."
If they want to send me a free jersey, I will gladly rock that in my next video.
There you go. Smart man.
That's awesome. Well, brother, I appreciate you making time. Thanks for coming on. And, John, I appreciate you being with us as well. We are going to take a time out, and we will be back here in a few. Mav, I appreciate it, brother.
Hey, thank you so much, Jiggy, man. Anytime, I'll be around. You guys know where to find me. I'm not hard to find.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it,
hey,
guys.
Take care, y'all.
There they go. Maverik and, of course, John Mosier, biggest star in the business. Well, he's the biggest star in the business next to Angel Medina. But we are... I think Angel's still watching. We are going to go to Empty Kisses, and it's right now here on our world-famous KJAG Radio broadcast.
I thought you really loved me. Not like really loved me. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom. It's not like that no more. And I'm here like, yo, wait. I wasn't finished loving you. I told myself to be strong. I told myself not to cry. I pray to God he forgive me for hoping and wishing you died. You don't know how much it hurt. You wasn't there for that part. You didn't care about the aftermath. Real talk, girl, you broke my heart. Damn, I'm feeling hit. I'm in my feelings and I feel like shit. I feel like dying on my little Wayne. All these emotions and all of this pain, I wish it go away. away. Wish it could stop. Wish I could take this shit back from the top. I swear to God, I wish we never met. Now I spend every day trying to forget. Yeah, if someone were to tell me that one day you break my heart, I wouldn't believe it. But now I can see. Empty cases, cause the feeling is gone. Empty cases, gotta leave you alone. Empty kisses, don't you give them to me. Empty kisses, cause the love's gone away. Thought you were all about me. The games you play, don't play 'em with me. Nah, ain't no turning back now. You gonna suffer. You gonna let that shit burn, and that's where the us. Nah, I won't mess up your car. I won't turn this pain into hate. Nah, I won't take it that far, but you might have to move out of state. Cause you gonna turn on your TV, and you gonna look on the gram. Every time you look around you, bitch, there I am. I'm like the shadow, there ain't no escape. I'm heavy on your mind just like a weight. Oh, you ain't want me, it's cool, I'm straight. Now both you and him gon' watch me be great. Wanna know how I go on? Wanna know what gets me through? Knowing that I'ma be me, and you gotta live being you. Shit fucked me up for a while, then it all started to make sense. How the hell you gonna love me when you don't even love yourself? If someone were to tell me that one day you break my heart, I wouldn't believe it. But now I can see. Empty kisses, cause the feeling is gone. Empty kisses, gotta leave you alone. Empty kisses, don't you give them to me. Empty kisses, cause the love's gone away. Thought you were all about me. Don't play 'em with me.